when you look upon the outfield, it too is overrun with homeless people and their tents. David Menzies for Rebel News here in downtown Toronto. And you know, folks, sadly, reporting that a park such as this one, Moss Park, has been overrun by a tent city encampment, well, that's about as newsworthy these days in Toronto as reporting that there is salt water in the Pacific Ocean. But you know, there is something a little different here at Moss Park, because not only has the parkland been claimed by the homeless, but also the recreational facilities as well. And I'll get to that in just a second. But you know, folks, do you remember back in 1994 that Disney film, Angels in the Outfield? Well, of course, nobody remembers that film. It was cheesier than a bucket full of Bulgarian feta. But in any event, let's check out this excerpt from that film.
Maybe you could help him win a little. I'd really like a family.
Ben Williams makes a miraculous catch!
Holy cow!
How do you do that?
Well, here there are certainly no angels in the outfield. Instead, when you look upon the outfield, it too is overrun with homeless people and their tents. And you know, it's a little irksome to me, folks. There is plenty of parkland away from the baseball diamond in which these tents can be pitched. Why would you pitch it in the baseball diamond's outfield? What is the advantage to being in the outfield? As a matter of fact, I think if I were to be part of the encampment, I would put my tent under a tree for added shade, added shelter. But no, having your tents here completely eradicates the use of this property as a baseball diamond. And what's worse is that the city seems to have no problem with this. I did reach out to the City of Toronto to find out if they plan to do anything about the Moss Park baseball diamond being overrun by homeless people. And here's what they sent to me. Quote, encampments are a symptom of the housing affordability crisis, shelter demand that exceeds availability, and other social crises such as mental health and drug toxicity. The City of Toronto's approach to encampments is one that seeks to balance the needs of people experiencing homelessness and the needs of the surrounding communities. Moss Park is an important site for city staff who work with people experiencing homelessness. As part of the city's encampment protocol, staff attend the park regularly to build rapport with individuals, offer services, and work with them towards housing. The best way to reduce the number of encampments in the city is to help people obtain and maintain permanent housing. Of the 18 people currently encamped at Moss Park, 7 have active housing plans, and the city has resolved 35 encampments at the park since July 1. Currently, Metrolink's construction has necessitated a reduction in the number of recreation permits for the baseball diamond and other facilities at Moss Park. City staff continuously monitor the area, remove debris, and provide daily cleanup of hazards so community members can use the park safely, end quote. Well, folks, for starters, I think that number of encampments pegged at 18, that is grossly understating the actual homeless population as far as I can tell. And I don't know, maybe I'm missing some nuance in that statement, but it doesn't sound like an action plan to me. It really sounds like the city is waving the white flag of surrender. And you know, in the Department of Perverse Irony, I'm looking at a bylaw sign here behind home plate, and it says, no ball playing after 11:45 p.m., no excessive noise, residential area. And what I find amusing about that, I assume they mean the residential area is on Shooter Street, where you see houses just north of the diamond. I don't think what they meant to say is that the baseball diamond itself, or more specifically the outfield, is a residential area, but that's exactly what it is right now. In the final analysis, I think that if Disney were to shoot a reboot of Angels in the Outfield, I think they would change the plot a little bit. Instead of the kid praying for divine intervention to help the hometown team win a pennant, I think in Toronto of 2024, that kid would be praying for the city of Toronto to do something tangible, i.e. clean up this baseball diamond and allow it to be used by children to, yes, play baseball. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Well, first vagrants came for the parkland here at Moss Park, and now they occupy the baseball diamond. It is such a shame. Summer is too short a season, and for people that live in this community, the ball field, well, it's off limits. Folks, we got to fix our cities, and please go to our petition by that very name. That's fixourcities.com. Fixourcities.com. Sign the petition. Let the powers that be know that this kind of inactivity that is destroying our great cities in our Dominion is unacceptable. And if you can, please make a donation so that Rebel News can continue to bring you the other side of the story.